Hi there, this is a review of the AppShopper app for the iPhone, and it's a free app from the store, and I've done an iPad review of it, but I wanted to also show it to you on the iPhone, and also I wanted to cover the wish list option for it, which I did not cover in my other video, which I think is a very powerful way that you can track applications that you're looking for that you want, but are a little bit expensive, and you're hoping that they'll come down in price. It can be a real hassle to have to keep checking the iTunes store to see if the app has come down in price. This app enables you to check that very easily. First of all, let me show you some of the basic layouts and features of this application. Again, it's a free app in the App Store, and it's called AppShopper. And what it basically allows you to do is track which apps have come down in price or changed in price recently. And if an app has gone from a more expensive price to a lower price, or from a certain price, to being free, which does happen periodically, then you can just grab that app. Developers are able to set their own prices, and oftentimes they run sales that only last 24 or 48 hours or something like that. And sometimes you can grab some really good free apps that way. So as you can see here, there are rows of buttons on the bottom, and that consists of popular, what's new, my apps, wish list, and search. And then on the top there's also some buttons here, and of course there's settings here as well that you can go into to see what you want to show. You can show just iPad apps, just iPhone apps, or both, depending on which device you have. So anyway, the view that I like right now is what it's set for. Let me first cover these buttons here. You have categories, so let's say you only want to see books or you only want to see games. You can set that. Currently I have it set to all. This middle button is you can show paid and free. You can show just free, you can show just paid. I like to show paid and free because I certainly don't mind paying for apps if they're on sale or a price that I'm willing to pay. And then also here on this button on the right, you can show all types, just updates, just new, and just price changes. I think the just price changes one is pretty useful because that enables you to track which ones have had price changes recently. So on the bottom I have it set to popular right now, and you can see that these are the apps that have had price changes very recently. When I scroll down like that, it updates it. So this is good to check every few days. You can just sort of scan through which apps have had price changes in the last few days. If there's one that has gone to free and you might want to grab it, or if anything just catches your eye, you can click on it. You can see the prior price and you can see the current price. So as you can see, this app, for instance, as of this video, used to be 99 cents and now is free. You can also scroll down and look at the screenshot of the app. What's also sort of neat is that you can see the app activity. So if you click on app activity, you can see all the prices that it's been and when it was those prices. So that's very useful. Great way to track how much you're spending and whether or not you're getting a good deal on an app. If I decide I want to buy this app or get that app, download it, I just click on the price or click on free, and then click on go, and as you can see, it loads up that app immediately in the iTunes App Store, and then I can just download it. So let me go ahead and go back to the AppShopper app, and I wanted to, as I mentioned, show you the wish list feature. Say there's a certain game or application that you have your eye on that you really want, but you don't want to spend the full price on it or the price that it is right now. Myself, I happen to have such an app, and that is Sonic the Hedgehog 4. So I've already added it to my wish list, but let's say I hadn't. I would just simply type that in the search here, the name of the app, whatever it be, and then search for it. Once I find it, I can add it to my wish list, which I've done. This is my wish list here. But when I go into the application, I can just click on Want It. Now you do have to set up an account with AppShopper, but it's very easy. I think they just want your email address. And so anyway, they store your wish list for you. And it's built into the application, so you never really do need to go to their website. But as you can see here, so if I go back to my wish list, I have that game in my wish list. It's currently $9.99. If I click on it, and then you can see all the same stuff that you could just by searching for an application here. you can see all the same information. But if you see, if I go to app activity, just a few days ago as of this video, it was at $6.99, and then on October 31st it went back up to $9.99. So I personally am sort of hoping that this app will go back down to $6.99 or even cheaper, and I'm going to use AppShopper to keep track of that, so then I can just grab it. Now, I'm not making any kind of commentary on the game on whether or not it's worth the price or what. It may very well be worth $9.99. It's just myself personally, I'd like to pay a little bit less. And that might be true for many apps that you're interested in. So I highly recommend, if there are apps that you're waiting for a sale on, or that you might want to pick up if they go down in price, or even go to, go free, add them to your wish list in AppShopper, and check your wish list pretty often, because you never know. Developers oftentimes do lower prices on apps. So again, this is AppShopper for the iPhone, and it's a free app itself, and it's also available for the iPad. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. This is a very powerful app in my opinion, and I think that you can save a lot of money by using this app, and you can also pick up apps that you may not have picked up before because they charge money when they go free. You can pick them up and just check them out. If you don't like it, you can always delete them. But it's a great way to get new apps and discover new apps for low prices and for free.